looking at it now, it just makes it feel so outdated, or the antithesis of chic fashion. Which, why do we need to have a 3/4 sleeve? Hi beautiful, thank you for joining me today. In today's video, we are discussing 8 out of fashion trends. These are items that are still available in the shops today, but I don't find them to be in style or fashionable at all. Let's just have a little fun with this video. Feel free to comment below if you agree or disagree with any of these items, and let's get started. First up, and this is probably the most controversial of the bunch, but it's going to be the skinny jean. Skinny jeans emerged as a prominent fashion trend in the early 2000s and has stuck with us for quite some time, most likely because they are very easy to wear and very comfortable due to all that elastane. It makes them feel like stretch pants, and they just really conform to your body and fit really comfortably, and they were just so easy to wear. Slowly but surely the trend shifted to something more relaxed. Mom jeans started emerging, and then from there the mom jean evolved to more of a barrel jean that we're seeing today. You're also seeing a lot of relaxed styles now going to full-on baggy styles. And of course we also have that classic straight leg jean, which is never going anywhere. Skinny jeans are starting to trend again, but I don't find them fashionable. I think you should opt for any of those other silhouettes I mentioned because they are a little more modern and more sophisticated, and they really add an effortless feel to an outfit. Whereas yes, a skinny jean can have an effortless feel, but not in a good way. It's almost as if you're in a style rut. Perhaps you're overwhelmed with trying out new styles, and you just stick to the most easiest and simplest of options because it's already hanging in your closet. I don't find skinny jeans to be flattering whatsoever. If you do not have the absolute most perfect body, and even still I find them to look a little odd even on the most perfect silhouette. I just don't like how it hugs the leg so much. It really gives no balance to the silhouette. All the elastane they put in the fabric to make it feel so stretchy and comfortable to wear, it actually cheapens the feel of the fabric. They wear out in the wash far too easily, and then you're wearing a lot of droopy, skinny jeans that are falling off you and stretching out as you're wearing them even as the day goes on, and they're just not flattering. I'm sure eventually they'll come full circle and be the most prominent jean trend out there, and maybe or maybe not I'll give them another try. I never say never when it comes to fashion, but as of now, I am strictly against them. The next item I'm finding to be outdated and not fashionable. Sticking to bottoms here, I'm going to say the Spanx leggings. When the Spanx legging first came out, women gravitated to them in droves. I mean, I recall they were being sold out, coming back in stock and sold out again. They were very popular, very hard to find. Dupes were coming out at lower costs, but not feeling as good as a Spanx. And now that fall is back, women are pulling out those Spanx leggings and pairing them with their oversized sweaters all over again. And to be quite honest with you, every time I see it on my Instagram feed, I just cringe just a little bit. I look to Instagram for very chic, fashion-forward, and stylish women, and when I see those Spanx leggings come out, I am just not feeling it. I honestly think they are the antithesis of chic fashion. Very much like the skinny jean, I know they are so easy to just throw on and go, run your errands, pick up your kids, go to the grocery store, grab a bite to eat, anything like that, but I think there are so many more fashionable items out there that are easy, comfortable, and much more chic and much more fashionable. I'd rather see you in a cute co-ord set of joggers and a hoodie, or a cute knitted co-ord set. Any of those things are just as comfortable, but way more stylish and fashionable. The biggest culprit I'm seeing is the Spanx leggings with an oversized sweater and mules. I mean, that is just not a stylish look. It is unbalanced. I'd rather see you wear them with combat boots or a chunky shoe of some sort to balance out that heavy sweater. That could look a little more fashionable, but I'm not giving you permission to wear those Spanx leggings, just helping you correct it if you are making a mistake there as well. Next up, I have a couple of shoe items that I'm finding to be a little outdated and not fashionable. The first one being the ankle bootie, and I'm talking about this guy right here, yes. The chunky heel, this little cutout thing, whatever you have here to hug the ankle. A lot of these shoes had round toe, which I'm also finding to be a little out of style. These shoes were very popular at the same time as the skinny jean and the Spanx legging, and they were worn with both options. But to see them now worn with those options, I'm finding it to be a little outdated, especially with the skinny jean rolled up just a little bit to show just a sliver of skin, and then the ankle boot. You know what I'm talking about. They were a thing for quite some time, but I just don't find them to be fashionable anymore. If you do still have these shoes on rotation, I am not saying to get rid of them. I am not condoning throwing out or getting rid of any of your items. What I would say is to opt for a trouser or a jean that actually covers the top of that boot, and it would actually transform the look of it. It's that little ankle length that's really making it feel outdated at this time. If you are looking for new boots for the fall season, I'd say the Moto boot is very on trend if you're looking for something a little on the chunky side. Knee-high boots and over-the-knee boots are very much on trend for the season. Make sure that you're looking for a pointed toe, or at the very least an almond toe or a square toe. Opt for something that is maybe flat or a kitten heel or maybe a small stiletto. We're about halfway through the video, so if you're still here, thank you so much. Please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Maria, and this channel is all about chic, feminine, sophisticated fashion that's also very fashion forward. So if you like that type of content, I'd love it if you please stick around and hit that subscribe button and come back for the next video. Alright, here's the next tip, and that brings me to my number 4 item of what I'm finding to be outdated and out of fashion, and that is concerning the over-the-knee boot. Now, they are coming back in trend, and believe me, I'm on the hunt for the perfect pair, but what I'm still finding in the retail shops and all over my Instagram feed are those outdated Stuart Weitzman over-the-knee suede sock boots. I had a pair quite a few years back. I did not find them to be flattering, and I ended up selling them on Poshmark, but they were very, very popular, especially in that cognac camel color. It was all over our feed, little boho style with a pumpkin spice latte, and I think it was so embedded in our brains that looking at it now, it just makes it feel so outdated. But Stuart Weitzman is still selling them. They continue to be a very popular style. I'd say if you have these, please enjoy them because they still are on trend. But if you are looking for a new pair, I would say to stay away from that cognac color because it does feel very, very yesterday, and it might feel like you have an old pair that you've just dragged out of your closet. I think a black pair might be more fashionable. I also want you to be conscious of the heel. The outdated style has a very, very chunky block heel, but now Stuart Weitzman has come out with other heel options which do feel a little more fresh, current, and modern. I would also suggest staying away from that stretchy suede that hugs your leg from top to bottom. Are you seeing a theme here? I just seem to have a real aversion to tight-fitting items. Instead, go for more of a leather option, which might be a little more roomier, and that also feels more current and more fresh for now. My number 5 item is going to be the cowl neck sweater. This season, turtlenecks are emerging as a popular style, so you might have many of them hanging in your closet, some of them actually being a cowl neck. Now, by a cowl neck, I don't mean those thick, chunky turtlenecks because those are still on trend. I'm talking about those very loose turtlenecks that kind of drape over the neck like this, and they kind of hang out and kind of just have like a swag. Those are definitely outdated. They feel aging and they feel just really old-fashioned. I don't find them to be flattering. They very much feel like you have one of those infinity scarves wrapped around your neck, which those are quite outdated as well. I just think it's much more fashionable to opt for a tighter fitting turtleneck or a mock neck. Pair it with a chunky necklace, pair it with some great earrings, pull your hair back. Those are very much more fashion-forward options than to opting for a cowl neck. I'm calling this out because I have seen some cowl necks emerge on some of the websites here and there. They're not that popular, but they are still out there. So if you do see them, just keep looking by them and opt for something that is more fashionable for today. This fall, we are continuing to see the relaxed, oversized blazer as a popular trend, and even more so, we're seeing an emergence of the cinched blazer as a very, very popular trend. Now, for the cinched blazer, it's still a relaxed style, most often with shoulder pads, a cinched waist, maybe with a belt, maybe without a belt, but it's definitely stitched in a cinched way, and then it's an oversized, relaxed feel as well. What you do need to be careful is that what might be hanging in your closet is a cinched blazer, but it's more of a fitted cropped style, and I've also seen some in the shops as well. I would say to steer clear of these because they do still have a very much of an outdated feel. They almost look a little shrunken in appearance. Some of them even have 3/4 sleeves, which why do we need to have a 3/4 sleeve? Just give us a full sleeve, and if we want to pull it up, we will pull it up ourselves. You don't need to cut it off for us. Thank you very much, we're fine without that. Sometimes these cropped, cinched, outdated blazers also have a lot of spandex in them, and they're very stretchy, so they fit really, really tight against the body. If you have something like that in your closet, I'd say to kind of just leave it there. Don't get rid of it, but just leave it there. And if you want to find something more current and modern, I'll have examples of things to look for in the description box below. This fall, we are seeing some patterns emerge in popularity. We always have the tried and true stripe that is always in style and never going anywhere. We're also seeing some geometric patterns and some plaids come into fashion for the season. Animal print also continues to reign high, with snakeskin taking the lead. But what I am seeing still in the shops right now is camouflage. I would definitely say very strongly that camouflage is an outdated item right now. I've never quite thought of it to be a very elegant or classy option to wear. In my mind, camouflage tends to be very masculine, very rough and tough. So if that is your overall aesthetic, by all means, keep wearing it and enjoying it. But in my personal opinion, I find it to be a little outdated at the moment. A white button-down shirt is always classic and timeless, but this season, it is having a little bit of a spotlight moment and emerging as a popular trend for the season. I think it falls into that old money, quiet luxury style where it's a classic piece that always looks elevated. But what I do want to warn you against is a fitted white shirt, because that could look very outdated. If you have an old white button-down shirt in your closet that you're wanting to take out for this season, please make sure that it's more on the relaxed, oversized feel. One that is a little too fitted might look a little outdated. I've also found some in the shops, ones that have a fitted waist with a little bit of a peplum style. And I know peplum is kind of emerging as a trend for the season, but I think on the white button-down shirt, it has a little bit of a dated feel. It's when these classic items are manipulated to fit a trend, for example, adding a ruffle to them or making them a little bit fitted in the middle with a peplum style like I just mentioned. These are the type of details that eventually make the item feel dated. So what I would say is just stick to one that's relaxed and maybe a little oversized, just one that is classic and plain, and you're never going to go wrong with that. It's always going to be in fashion, and you can reach for it time and time again without a problem. I hope I wasn't too brutal. Remember, fashion should be enjoyable, and this was just my opinion. So if you agree or disagree, that's totally fine. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment box below. I'd love to chat with you and discuss this a little further. Please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you come back. Here's a couple of videos you can watch next. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate it so much. Have a gorgeous day. Bye.